The good dish is coming in hot.
We hot, we hot, we hot.
We are bringing you the spicy foods that pack the heat plus the great flavor too.
How about a delicious beef and bean chili?
Are you ready for the reveal? This is the full throttle impress your friends chili.
Or some sizzling hot jerk chicken wings?
This is so juicy.
And a dish to heat up your Sunday supper.
Berbere spiced lamb meatballs.
Yes, so warm.
We hot, we hot, we hot.
That's next. Have you ever bitten into something so spicy you can practically hear the fire alarm going off in your head? Then as the spice releases endorphins into your brain, you can't help but go in for that second bite. Well, then this is the episode for you because today we are bringing the heat. So let's get things fired up. Let's dish. The kitchen has always been at the center of my world because life is more delicious when it's full of food and fun.
Everybody knows me as a culinary expert and food judge on television, but also I'm mom trying to get dinner on the table.
From Hollywood to home, I bring Southern sweet and Caribbean heat, and I'm not afraid to stir the pot.
Good food, good friends, good dish. The hot and spicy. Spicy coming straight up, man. Wow. Spicy. Here we go. Welcome to the good dish. We are coming in hot today. From chili to jerk chicken wings, we are bringing you the spicy foods that pack the heat plus the great flavor too. Let's talk about pushing the limits on heat. We obviously have tasted lots of nice spicy things here on this show. I will tell you the bite that I've taken that like literally I couldn't continue eating, was so hot. You know, sometimes you go to Thai restaurants and they have they do it nicely for you. They put the little chili marker next to the menu item to say, do you want 1 chili level, 2 chili levels, 3 chili levels? I don't know why. I was feeling bold. I said, you know what, go ahead, give me 4 chili levels.
Oh,
yeah.
my God.
Yeah, you on something. Why would you do that?
You want to know why? Because my brain wants to understand like what that could possibly mean. Because you know when
You're a scientist, you're a researcher.
It was for my cause. It was exactly right. So anyway, needless to say, it came to the table. I took one bite. I literally, you know in the cartoons when you see steam coming, I felt that happening.
Yes.
My brain stopped working. I went into like a fugue state. And then when they revived me, I could not continue eating. It was so spicy. Okay, anyway, we are kicking things off today with a delicious beef and bean chili, guys. This is the great thing about chili is it is so customizable. You can easily tweak this recipe to be what your family likes in terms of heat level for sure. And you can leave the beans off if you're more of a Texas chili purist. But I'm going to say something controversial, which is that if your chili doesn't have beans, it's sloppy joes. So just putting it out there.
Yeah.
You know what, all joking aside, I grew up in a vegetarian family, so we would make really meaty tasting bean-based chilies. So in my mind, chili needs beans.
I love a bean chili too. I'm on team bean.
Love.
Yes.
And today we are going to use some beautiful brown chuck roast. Look at this gorgeous beef. So I actually went ahead and, you cut it into nice bite-sized pieces because obviously you want it to be easy to eat. I browned this off and then removed it from my pot, and I used the fat that rendered plus a little extra olive oil in here to saute some garlic, some onions, and some poblano peppers. Then I'm going to add in my dry herbs here. So I have some chipotle chili powder, some regular chili powder, lots of that, and some cumin, another must for me when it comes to delicious chilies.
Oh yeah, that hit me already. I got it right in the nose.
Stand close, stand close.
Let me stand back over here.
And I just wanted to add a little olive oil into the pot here because it was looking just a little dry to me. Oh yeah, it's gonna start cooking up nice here. Okay, very good.
What's interesting is like pepper. We forget that chili is not just about heat. It has, there's flavor there. And I love the flavor of chilies, of all different chilies. And if you can, coax the flavor out of them without burning your face off, it is like such a beautiful, complex flavor. I could smell the pepper
That's that
when we walked
chipotle.
in.
It's smoky, but it's
Absolutely.
it's good.
Powerful.
Keep layering. Keep going.
So, you said layering. It's like building a gorgeous outfit. So we have the foundation pieces here with your your garlic and onion. I should invent that. It's like EDO, onion.
Onion.
It's your onion.
Hatting that fast, gunyon.
Go do that. Some tomato paste, guys. Another critical element for me of building out those layered flavors is getting that little sweet, slightly acidic layer of the tomato paste built in at the beginning and really toasting it to cut some of that acidity and start to rust that color. It blends in beautifully. Fire roasted tomatoes. Ladies, keep this in your cupboard at all times. It is such a delicious, fast flavor addition and will help us scoop up all that yummy flavor that's there at the bottom from our beef and our gunion and all the rest. Now, here's the best part. I told you I drank my beer at the Thai restaurant. I am putting my beer here into my chili. This was a trick for our vegetarian chilies that made it so richly flavorful. And it works great, obviously, for beef-based chilies like we're doing here. So I have some beer and...
That move, by the way. Double-handed.
Okay, beer and beef broth. Beautiful, stir it all together. Get some on your silk shirt. Oh,
Nah, you're fine.
Lord. Okay.
It dries.
Okay, I'm just stirring that up. I'm gonna go back in with my beef. Now, one thing to look at here, guys, is I have my nicely golden brown pieces here with these great crisp little edges, which is so glorious. That is texture, that is flavor, but I have not cooked it all the way through, you can see, because it's gonna finish cooking in this hot tub.
Okay, you got it.
Ooh, here we go.
Please don't splash everyone with that. There we go.
Thank you. So this goes into the hot tub with your sauce at least an hour and a half to 2 hours. I add beans and cook a final half hour just towards the end because all they're really looking to do is heat up. They don't need to be cooked because they're coming cooked out of the can. Are you ready for the reveal?
Of course.
Come closer, come closer, thank you. Oh, here she is.
Ooh.
Oh, yes, here, you know what? I'll trade. There we go. I'll trade trade lids, and then just give it that quick stir. I added the beans in here, guys. Let it continue to cook. That meat has cooked down and gotten so rich and flavorful. And then I'm gonna let you guys top your chili as you like.
Good stuff.
You can see it's a little brothy here, which I like for day one of chili. But I kind of like to cook it down even more for second day chili.
Before you plate it, let's play a little game.
Oh, exciting.
And add some more heat.
Add some more heat. We haven't tasted
Gail's
it yet.
feeling lucky today.
I mean, why not? That's what this show's about.
Let me just taste it, make sure we want to do that.
Yeah.
Good point. But I'm feeling lucky.
We're up in the ante here, and we're keeping things interesting. I'm going to spin the wheel of fire.
Yeah. Exciting.
We're going to see if we can add a little bit of extra spiciness to our already existing chili. All right, so we're going to give this a spin. Ready?
Yes.
And
I don't want to get flicked by you.
Okay,
Serrano.
I'm so grateful it didn't do ghost pepper because I was gonna be like, I'm out. So Serranos.
I love Serranos
We can
in
stir in
here.
a few Serrano peppers, and
Yes.
it's not too hot. Just a little added extra, if you will. Go light. No.
Okay. I love Serrano.
The Wheel of Fire didn't say how much you had to put in. It just said put some in there.
Okay. And I did give it a taste. I felt it needed a little more salt. I added that in. Don't forget, guys, you always taste before you serve anything. And now, are we ready to serve now?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Sorry.
Okay.
I was excited about the wheel.
I'm so glad you remembered about the wheel. Gosh, okay.
Play a little game.
Beautiful.
Get a little
That's
ditty.
Thank you.
friend Gail, my friend Jamaica. I got you
Love
extra
chili.
Serranos in here.
Thank you.
You
You're
got
so
it.
lovely.
You got it.
All right, and while you're finishing, we have to customize because there's nothing I like better than a topping bar for almost any meal. And of course, the traditional chili toppings. I have everything from radishes, sour cream cheese, and smashed up tortilla chips to cilantro. Fresh jalapeno, pickled jalapeno is also a great choice, and some scallions.
Oh,
so
the fresh radish.
You gotta.
Yes, okay.
Yes.
All right, guys, someone taste it, so I can't toot my own horn, but you got to tell me, is it delicious?
All right.
I mean, it smells delicious.
I said, let me get my
We're
top
so,
on.
we're so busy with the top.
I love that. Like, our priority is still to make it the most delicious bite the way we want it.
Okay. It gives me that smokiness. It's not too much heat, surprisingly. I thought we were all gonna be choking and say, yeah, go to commercial. We're not. It's really nice. It's warming. I love that you use chunks of meat instead of ground beef in traditional, like you see in regular chilies.
Yes.
It gives it an added extra flavor to me. And a nice bite.
A
You
nice
know I
thing
love
to
a good
chew
bite.
on, for sure.
I like that.
I mean, I like some ground meat in my chili too, but this is a full throttle, exotic and exciting, impress your friends chili, you know?
I love it.
Excellent. All right,
It's also
so now
really complex from the layers that you cooked out so beautifully. Like you can see the color takes on that gorgeous.
And you're right.
richness.
Next day, I think it's going to be even better. All right. So now, you guys at home, head to gooddishtv.com to get this full chili recipe. Mine is the Wheel of Fire. You play that at your own risk at home. But up next, I am turning up the heat with my Jamaican-style jerk spicy chicken wings.
Woo! Oh,
Yeah.
I'm ready. Give me that.
Like something you saw on the show today? We're dishing all the details on the good list. All the recipes, important tips, and tricks, all in one place. So stay tuned until the end of the show when we'll share the Good List QR code. You can scan to send it all right to your phone.
I mean, it's a good combo.
Very good combo.
All right, welcome back to The Good Dish. We are turning up the heat with my delicious, spicy recipe of my jerk chicken. You know that's what's for dinner tonight. These wings will make you feel like you're on the island, man. Okay, so now.
Take me.
Yes. All right, so it starts with the spice blend or the marinade, and I'm doing a wet marinade here. So in a blender, I have some green onions, just roughly chop them down. I also have my jerk spice mix. Of course, you can buy it in the store, but why do that when you can make it at home? And it's got all kinds of fun things in there. Some allspice, little ground ginger, little dried parsley. I mean, you see it all right there on the screen, right there. You see all that right there?
Okay. Yes.
Put all that right in there, right there, okay? So we'll throw that in, and then we just kind of build with our flavors. And we keep going with the dry. Black pepper, salt and sugar. It should be a balance because you're balancing out the heat with a little bit of the sweet. I have some Dijon mustard to kind of bring it all together and add just a little kind of tanginess to it. Beautiful. Then we go with our citruses of lime juice, orange juice, and then here's the pepper right here.
Comes.
Okay,
Wait,
so.
okay, keep talking because I'm gonna get nervous here.
Well, here's the thing. I'm going light here because my dad is Jamaican. He does 4 Scotch bonnet peppers. I'm doing 2.
Just in the marinade? Wow, that's.
Okay,
I don't question it. I don't question it.
Yes, I still want everyone to keep their hair, so I don't want Daphne's hair to fall right out of here. So I'm doing 2 peppers in here. You will give this a nice blend, a nice little whirl, and then you will put it on your chicken wings. Now, the key component with Jamaican jerk is that it's the flavorful, spicy mix, but then also the marinating process. So this goes for, I do it for 24 hours.
Yeah.
And so if you're gonna do it at home, make sure it's skin on with your chicken, and it needs to seep in. That flavor has got to go through and through and through. So yes, 24 hours here, marinate your chicken wings, and then I put mine on the grill. You can do it in the air fryer. You can put it on an indoor grill, outdoor grill. The thing to remember is when you're grilling it, if you're on an outdoor grill, it has the sugars in the marinade. You want to be sure that you don't let it sit too long on one side. A char is good. We don't want it to completely burn. So this, I put it on the grill for about 15 to 20 minutes, but I'm constantly making sure that it doesn't get too well done from side to side, kind of turn it. Air fryer, you can just kind of pop it in, turn it once.
Sure.
And you can already smell that heat catching me in the back of the throats. Make sure you do this until it is all the way cooked through. And it's so funny, every time I make jerk chicken, I have to laugh because my dad, he uses jerk chicken as, it was a recruiter, if you will, for guys I was dating. So when he was my boyfriend, my husband came by the house, first time they met him, and he would use this as a test. It was a litmus test. And he would say, if you can't take me jerk, you can't take me daughter. So yes, and if the guy couldn't take, so my husband, bless his heart, he still loved, that man loved me. He was just sweating, pouring the sweat. He's like, this is the best chicken ever, sir. I love it. Thank you so much. So yes.
What a good man.
What a man.
What a man. Yeah, and my daddy would just be sitting like, they can't take me jerk. They can't handle it. So yes.
I love the father gauntlets. Like, that's such a good one. My dad, my boyfriends had to be able to hit a jump shot. Like, that was his thing.
That's what it is.
If you can't play basketball, you can't live in this house.
Well, every dad has their thing. So yes, spicy jerk, make the man sweat himself until he's just like this.
I do have a funny jerk story. I mean, I guess it depends on who you ask about funny, but the first time we took my daughter to Jamaica, we went to this little jerk shack, you know, the kind where you sit down and you order, and maybe 4 hours later you get it because they really are making it all right there.
They're growing the chicken.
That's it, the whole thing. And so
No
we're
rush,
sitting.
man, no rush, no
That's
rush.
right. We're enjoying some beer. We're relaxing. Finally, they bring the jerk chicken. My daughter's 1 year old. I mean, she literally had her first birthday while we were there, and she's sitting at the table with us, and I'm picking out the inside there. You see, this was moments before it happened. You can see there's a lot of beer, so we are not with the child, obviously. I'm picking the interior of the meat for her because obviously I know it's going to be spicy. I don't want her to eat the outside, but as you well told us, the marinade really penetrates. But I thought I wasn't giving her spicy chicken, and all of a sudden the poor girl starts screaming her head off because of course she had gotten all that spice
Poor
and flavor,
baby.
like I never meant to, but she goes back for jerk, so.
Well, you
stayed.
You
It
made
was
her
a-
tough. You made her
That's
tough.
right,
That's
that's
how
right.
it is.
Trial by fire.
She could pass it. She could date me anytime.
There you
according
go.
to my father. All right. So now our wings are nice. You see that beautiful golden brown, and then that char there. When you marinate your wings, I want you to save about a fourth of a cup, maybe half a cup of that marinade, and because we're gonna sauce our wings. So in this bowl, I have some store-bought barbecue sauce, a bit of that jerk marinade that we've saved, that we didn't put the chicken in, we saved it, and then some more citrus. I want you to toss this in your wings to kind of coat it.
I'm standing here with my plate.
I know,
I'm like,
you are ready to eat.
You are ready and waiting. And here's the thing, some people serve sauce on the side, some people do sauce on. It's whatever your preference is. And remember, I told you, I only put 2 peppers in there, so it's not too hot. Go ahead, tell me how much you love me and those wings.
Love you. Want to marry you. Tell your father. This is so juicy.
Yes.
And the sweetness from the citrus and that tiny little bit of Dijon mustard you had in there. All those jerk chicken spices coming through. The juiciest, delicious little chicken wing. Oh,
They are
You can handle
fantastic.
the jerk. You handle it good, Daphne.
Yes, we can meet her father. Proudly, they are delicious, and I'm gonna dig into them. But first, you can't have great jerk without a great tropical cocktail to go with it.
Oh, yes. Cool
So I wanted to just show you a really refreshing, also juicy, tantalizing pineapple rum slushy that I think is the perfect
yum.
complement and so easy to make.
what a fun day.
You're on vacation here.
Great.
Exactly, of course. Well, it helps to cool and relieve some of that heat as well. So in a blender, I'm gonna put a bunch of things. I'm going to put some pineapple juice, a little simple syrup, which is just sugar dissolved in water, lots of lime juice, key, rum, of course.
I feel like Jamaica should narrate this in
Yeah.
your father's accent.
You should.
Little pineapple.
That's right. So the thing about pineapple, this is frozen pineapple. It's actually a great place to use frozen fruit because you need less ice if you use frozen fruit to cool it down and it won't water it down. But this is also a great recipe if you sub the pineapple for papaya. You can do lots of things. All right, or mango. Right. Exactly. Okay, so a little bit of ice and some fresh mint.
Nice.
Going in with the pineapple juice, pineapple, all
Hurry
the
up and
things.
blend that thing. I need to
I know.
cool my mouth down.
I'm getting it together. There we go.
Thank you. Got it.
That's all it takes.
Wow.
I feel like I'm a bartender at a fancy.
Refreshing. Oh, Gail.
There you go.
We need some
Little
some
pineapple
reggae
garnish.
music. And look, a rum punch.
do.
Oh, yes. We're going to wind it up after the show. We got a little rum punch. Yes.
It's fresh.
That is so good.
It's so good. It's so cool, a little creamy, but light. Not like, pina colada is so delicious. This has a lightness to it that I love, a little tanginess. Guys, my plate is full, my cup is full. I need to go to break so I can finish eating this delicious thing. Get the full recipe for Jamaica's wings and this delicious pineapple rum slushy at gooddishtv.com. Coming up, we are spicing up your Sunday supper with lamb meatballs that bring the heat. I don't know, which one do I want first? I only have 2 things.
Take one bite and cool it off.
Welcome back to The Good Dish. We're about to spice up your Sunday suppers with award-winning chef Adrienne Cheatham. Hey, a Top Chef finalist, a restaurateur, and author of the beautiful new cookbook, Sunday Best. And there's such a beautiful story to the reason you named your book, and I know the work you do, the restaurant, the pop-up dinners. Sunday Best. It's such a heartfelt story. Will you tell us a little bit about how you got the name?
So it means so much. I'm from Chicago. I grew up on the south side of Chicago, but my dad grew up in Mississippi. So we had family summer breaks where we just would go to Mississippi, spend the entire summer being raised right outside of a big city. And every time, it was the 90s, we wore Timberlands and big oversized shirts, and my great aunt would always say, no, you are not gonna leave my house looking like a little boy. Put on your Sunday best, because we're going to town. And it was just also a way of being with family. Like, I respect my grandmother, so I'm gonna dress up for her. She respects her family, so she's gonna put her best foot forward for everybody around her as well. Yeah. So that was kind of the feeling that comes behind it, is just really putting your best foot forward for the people that you love.
Yeah, I love that. It's so nice.
Sounds like a good Sunday to me. All right, so now, but you've channeled all of this that you're talking about, this experience, you're growing up, you've channeled this all into this amazing book, and you are going to bring the heat today.
Can you smell the heat?
Oh,
Yes,
we're smelling it. We're
man.
gonna feel it in just a moment with your Berbere spiced lamb meatballs.
Yes.
Sounds amazing. Please, oh wait, before we get into cooking, because I feel like people need to understand where this spice mix comes from. Explain Berbere spice mix for everybody.
Berbere is one of my favorite spices, and it's also starting to gain a little traction. I've seen it in a few Whole Foods now, but before that, it was only something that I learned about when I was exec chef working for Marcus Samuelsson at Red Rooster, because he has a background, his family is originally from Ethiopia.
Yeah.
He was raised in Sweden, so it's a spice blend that comes from the Horn of Africa. And it includes fenugreek, coriander,
We have this all here.
cardamom, chili peppers. It's incredibly aromatic, but it's almost like making garam masala, where it has so many different components. If you can buy it, just buy it. If
Right,
not,
yeah, right.
if
It's
not,
hard
you've
to
got to
make
buy
yourself.
yeah.
And the thing is, the flavor goes a long way, and
Yes.
you smell it, and you definitely gonna feel it.
Yes.
So, yeah.
It's not incredibly spicy, but it's warm. You've got all those
It
notes of-
lingers for a while, but it's in
Exactly.
such a good way. All right, so take it
So
away.
fragrant.
Yeah. So here we have some red onions that have been sweated, a little bit of garlic, and red wine.
Delicious.
So when you're having dorawat, which is a very well-known Ethiopian dish of braised chicken legs, you have berbere, red wine, red onion. So it's kind of the base that you use for a lot of these dishes. And we've taken some of them out for the meatballs, some of this aromatic mixture, but the rest we're just gonna build our sauce with, because why cut separate onions?
No,
Just
yeah.
cook them all together, leave some in the pan, and then make your sauce. It just saves time. So we're adding some crushed tomatoes.
Okay.
And we're gonna let this simmer. We're also gonna add some chopped raisins, because that'll kind of offset that warm spice just by giving you little like pops of sweetness. So we're just gonna stir those in. And what we're gonna do is just let this kind of roll low and slow, because we don't want the tomato to reduce too much.
Okay.
Because then it'll just get very thick. It'll be kind of pasty. You want it to be a little saucy. Sure. So we're gonna let it just kind of relax and roll. And then we have some meatballs to make.
Oh, wow. Just the details on this, please.
So this is the exact same mixture of the red onions, the garlic, berbere, and red wine. And I know it's salted, but that's a lot of
we have no
ground
problem
lamb.
with that. Don't
Yeah.
you worry. Get
Yeah.
Daphne in there. She'll salt it.
Oh,
for
Dad
you.
just goes to shoot
Yeah.
salt at it like
Always.
Throw salt.
I do. I literally just
Nice.
ask and you'll find out.
And we're using ground lamb.
Okay.
So if you go to an Ethiopian restaurant, and I live in Harlem where there are some amazing Ethiopian restaurants. One of my favorite dishes is the lamb awase. So you have these super tender chunks of like slightly lean, slightly fatty lamb stewed in berbere and onions. And it is so good. And you serve it on top of injera, so you just scoop it up and eat it.
Talk about your folding technique here with the meat mixture, because I think people go wrong a lot of the time when they're making meatballs at home is they do overmix it, or they do make it more of a tougher when they roll it too tight, et cetera.
Yeah.
So talk about that method.
So you're exactly right. Ground meat can get very, very heavy and tough if you compact it too much. So we always want to have something to break it up. And I do like to put a little oil in it as well, just to make sure it stays like,
hydrated.
yeah, and like you need that little fattiness to kind of like coat the meat and make it delicious.
And what's the meat combo? Is it lamb or you just
This is
plain
all lamb.
All lamb.
Okay.
all lamb.
And when I fold, I usually start in the center and then flip it on top.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So that way you're kind of cutting through it each time. You're not really just like mashing it. And so you get everything kind of chopped and mixed in.
Okay.
And then for the forming, it's really important to have a bowl of water because the meat can get kind of sticky. So when you're working with it, you always want to have your little scooper.
Here, you can use this on your
Oh,
hand.
thank you. Appreciate it. You're always looking out, Gail. I love
Yeah,
it.
I-
And the feta goes on afterwards or as part of this mix?
We're gonna mix. Thank you for reminding me. We're actually gonna mix some of that in.
I'm a feta fanatic. Can't let you leave it out.
A lot of times in Eastern African food, you'll have a dairy product served with it. So we'll save a little for the garnish at the end.
Okay.
And you'll see like a cream, like a soft, fresh cheese kind of mixture. And so for that, we're just adding it into the meatballs because this is something that you can have and you kind of want everything in it already so that you don't have to add too much on top.
True. And then
It's
it adds
not a
another
stew,
layer
so.
of flavoring too. That saltiness will add with that feta. It's gonna be. I can't wait to bite
And
into this
moisture a little bit.
meatball.
Yeah, it'll give you some moisture when it starts to cook. Feta is such a drier cheese and it won't really melt in the same way, but it will give you a lot more of that mouthfeel and that kind of unctuousness that we really want in meatballs. So then you just, into your hand, wet your other hand, and then you just
Roll away.
start balling.
And these go in the oven, you bake them.
Yes, so these I usually bake,
I'll
and
pop 'em
then
in.
we're gonna finish them in the
Perfect.
sauce.
Thank you.
Oh,
So they can
great.
absorb all that
double,
flavor.
Like a combo.
Yes.
Nice.
I like that.
Okay.
So we'll par cook them in the oven so that they get caramelized,
And you
and then finish them in the sauce.
Got it.
Art. Okay.
Nice.
Ooh, look at those
All right, so
beauties.
there's brown.
Yes. It's a great way. You get texture, but then you're going to finish cooking where they drink up the sauce.
Exactly,
You
and they'll
so pop
also
'em right in?
add a lot to the sauce too. Yeah, just shake them on in there.
Here we go. Everybody in the pool.
yes.
All right, guys. It smells delicious already. Up next, guys, we are finishing off these meatballs and completing our Sunday supper. We are back with Adrienne Cheatham, and we are about to finish off her Berbere lamb meatballs. It smells fantastic in here. It smells fantabulous. I'll take all of that. I have cousins who are in Chicago, and they always say fantabulous, so that just came to mind. I don't know why. Tell us where you left off. How are we going to finish off this gorgeous plate?
So we left off after you poured the meatballs in and any of the juices that are on the tray. That's so important because you get all that delicious flavor on the baking tray that you want to put it in the sauce.
Yes.
So we just put them in here for about 7 to 10 minutes. So that way they can kind of exchange flavors.
Oh, I
They
like
can
that.
kind of get to
Flavor
know each
exchange,
other.
right? I like that. Yes.
So the sauce can get to know the meatballs can kind of introduce themselves to the sauce.
arranged marriage.
Excellent. Yes.
What a very good one.
A long-lasting love.
And now we're just gonna plate. We have a little bit of simple couscous. And sometimes I'll use sorghum, just chop up some herbs and dill and parsley and cilantro, but it's really good on just plain as well.
Well, they have so much flavor on their own. You really just need a basic, delicious, starchy carrier.
Exactly.
Cauliflower rice.
That works too. I do that all the time. So I've been juice cleansing, so now I'm gonna go for
Oh,
meatballs.
whoa.
Actually, I'm gonna plate this one for you, Deb.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Oh, thank you, Gail.
I drew the good.
Yeah. And then, is there a little
There
spoon?
is a spoon.
Thank you. Garnish me up, Buttercup.
Does that look good? Just
Perfect.
over top of everything?
Yes.
I love that.
So just a little cilantro because the coriander seed is used so much in Berbere that it just makes sense to use the leaves of it also. So we have our cilantro and our
Look
feta.
at this plate.
I didn't do it.
Honestly, I wanted to taste it very quick.
Got it. Perfect. That was an amazing save, by the way, guys.
And
Thank you. Thank you.
Pass, pay it forward.
Well, the bad news is you didn't get to see how beautiful Adrienne's plate was. The good news is it really tastes good, even off her fingers.
It still makes it in the mouth. It's still great.
it didn't hit the floor. That was actually a great
Two of us,
save.
now we really are a team. We saved the plate. Oh
You
my
get the
gosh.
ESPY of the day.
Wow.
Okay, the spices. And you're right. It hits you at first like, is it too much? And then it just kind of settles and it just dances around your palate. And the flavors of tomato sauce, like, this is outstanding.
Thank you.
There really is like a
Outstanding.
gentle, lingering heat. It's so warm.
And you can adjust the amount of Berbere. If
Sure.
you like more heat, go a little more. If you don't like heat, just add a pinch.
But you
it
get
has a
relief.
ton of flavor.
You get so much relief from the feta and from the raisins. That little bit
Yes.
of sweetness coming through.
Yeah, a little sweetness goes a long
Delicious.
way.
Delicious. That was awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
For more amazing recipes from Adrienne, check out her new cookbook, Sunday Best, Cooking Up the Weekend Spirit Every Day. And visit the Good Dish Cookbook Hub for your chance to win a signed copy. Coming up, spicy food's got the best of you. We've got the tricks to relieve that fire.
Silly ladies, I swear. Okay, welcome back to The Good Dish. Now, there's nothing worse than thinking you can take the heat of a spicy dish and then realizing to your great horror that your mouth has become a fiery hell?
It's happened to me.
Oh yes, and you hold it in, but you are crying on the inside and the outside. So today, we are experimenting with 3 different ways to put out that fire in your mouth. We have honey, milk, and rice, all right? So, and we're going to heat it up with some extra spicy jalapenos, the things we do for the viewers at home.
That's right. We're taking it for the team
We're
here.
taking it hard for the team today. Are you
Listen.
ladies up for this challenge?
I mean,
Yes.
do we have a choice?
Yeah.
Interesting, no glass of cold water here, which I feel like is what you're like, mouth is on fire, let me get some cold water. That's not one of the options.
It's a temporary fix, I think. It does not do the job.
Very
All
good.
right, so
okay.
we're going to see which one of the 3 is actually going to help this heat. So we're going to start with honey. Now, the thing is that sweeteners can help neutralize some of the capsaicin, that agent that's responsible for all that spiciness in that pepper, okay? So take a pepper.
Are we popping the whole thing, or are you going to take a little nibble?
You slice.
Gail's already in, so I guess we're going to catch up, okay?
I feel it, though. Really.
Okay, all right.
We are not
Ready?
faking it today.
You did not, ooh.
Can I
We
eat the
could have
honey?
used prop jalapenos. Oh my gosh. This
Can
is
I-
hot.
are we
Go
waiting?
for it.
Can
Go.
I get some?
Also, ladies, just remember we all picked it up with our fingers. Don't touch anything that is
That's right.
sensitive to
Ooh.
heat.
Don't rub your eyes.
The whole
honey
bowl
first.
of honey. Okay. It's a little better. Now it's just sweet hot. There we go.
It's nice, isn't it?
It is kind of
Flavor.
nice. You know what? I could make like a cough drop out of this. That would be kind of lovely.
And there's a reason hot honey is a hot thing.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right, honey, I'm giving like a 6 out of 10
Okay.
as a cure-all for your
We're
spicy
still
heat.
feeling it, but
I still
it's
feel
not
like,
as
do we need
bad.
to eat the jalapeno again?
Yes.
That's
I think
the
we can just
rules
go
of
right
the
to
I think we
game.
just move on to milk. Okay, let's see if milk works any better to relieve the heat that is still very seriously lingering in my mouth. Okay, so the thought here while you guys sip on it is that the dairy in milk helps to dissolve the spice and therefore remove it from your mouth. I don't know.
Okay. There were no rules to this game. I'm gonna wipe my tongue off.
Oh my God.
Y'all didn't say I couldn't do that. There we go. I feel great.
The milk worked. The milk was helpful. The milk was
It's
good.
better. I feel like the combination of the honey. So put the honey in the milk. Is that what we should do next time?
You pour the milk into the rice and then you drizzle.
You gotta
the honey.
gargle it, guys. Gargle it. It really works.
Oh my
My
gosh.
nose is running.
No, I
Okay.
feel much better. I'm giving milk an 8 out of 10, at least.
like the milk? Okay.
8.5.
Oh, okay.
Like a gymnast. 8.5. There we
She
go.
stuck the landing. Go
Okay.
for it.
She stuck the landing. Okay, now I'm trying
like
rice.
still kind of in awe. I love jalapenos and I can't believe how spicy that one jalapeno was. Now it's nice. Now it's like a lingering heat. It's not a, I want to start to cry heat. So, okay, let's do rice.
Hurry up. I'm choking.
Nice.
already.
All right, so go for it. Just eat, just eat. So rice, the issue with rice is, I'm gonna have a little bite more just to amp it up because, why not? Sucker for torture. Starches can help to soak up some of that spice. And so rice, that's often why it's paired with a lot of spicy dishes. So here we go. How did you guys feel about the rice?
Not working.
Not?
Please, go to commercial. It's not working.
Oh, I'm enjoying the
It's
rice.
not working for me.
Okay, camera's off of Jamaica while she has a private moment. I think that rice for me did the job. What do you think?
I feel fine. I don't know which one kicked in. I don't know.
Are you
Honey kicked
serious?
in, milk kicked in, or rice kicked in. Put them all in your mouth at the same time. That really helps do the number. All right. Well, good. I mean, I really genuinely think that these did help. Certainly, they helped a lot more than that tall glass of cold water that wouldn't do a whole lot. Do not reach for that, and reach for one of your honey or your milk or your rice instead next time you are experiencing the fiery inferno. Coming up, we are traveling around the world to round up some of the most intoxicating chip flavors. Don't go away.
The immediate sip cools it down, but after a while it gets worse. That's not our goal.
Welcome back to The Good Dish. Today we're taking a potato chip tour around the world, which is, my favorite way to travel, I have to say.
Amazing.
Okay, because I'm Canadian, I wanted to first introduce to the two of you my absolute obsession in potato chips that are starting to become available here, but largely are very difficult to find.
Okay.
The all-dressed ruffle chip. It's a combination of barbecue, salt and vinegar, ketchup, maybe a sour cream and onion flavor. It's sort of like everything you want.
Sounds like
all
heaven.
in one tray.
Yeah.
With ridges, very important.
Oh, yes, that crunch.
Have a taste.
I'm intrigued.
And you want to share.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Oh,
Gotta share.
flying
This is
chips.
the perfect chip.
It's pretty amazing.
It's creamy with a sour cream taste. It has that barbecue little bit of hit sweetness coming through.
like those.
Little tangy, like a salt and vinegar moment.
Hard to eat just one. I don't know why they haven't taken the world by storm. And I swear there is no strings attached. I just love them.
That's why you Canadians are so nice. You got chips
Yeah,
that taste
we
like
got
that.
good chips.
That's why you're so nice.
Well, there's two other chips from Canada I wanted to show you as well because they are national, Hall of Famers in the chip department. But the first is a ketchup chip. And people always think ketchup chips are sort of a bit strange, but if you think about it, a French fries is dipped in ketchup, and chips and French fries are sort of the same.
Sure.
These are sweet and tangy and also a Canadian staple.
I've had these before. I have to say they're very close to barbecue without the spice. They're kind of tangy tomato plus vinegar.
But they're sweeter.
Very nice.
They're sweeter.
And
Okay.
then dill pickle, which you definitely see now a lot, but have been in Canada like since the beginning of time. That's a historic fact right there.
We should combine them all three together.
Well, that's kind of what all dressed is.
Yeah.
Guys, dill pickle chips
I like those
on a
together.
tuna sandwich,
Yes.
Frenchified.
I can get behind that 100%.
Oh, yes. Get behind a breath mint, too, after you have that. Okay, so now... Now, I'm from the South, so we're all about that spice, all right? So I've got some Zapp's potato chips right here. So I'm going to try the hotter than a jalapeno. This hotter than a hot jalapeno. That sounds like a fun night, is it not?
They make a good chip. Hotter than hot. Oh, yeah.
And I love this kettle. It's super, super crunchy. So it's a combination of jalapeno, lemon, paprika. I
But
like
there's a lot of flavor. Like, it's not just heat, it's flavor. They get they know what they're doing in Louisiana.
There's some good chips right there. Oh, yes.
What else? What are these guys?
We've got here the spicy Cajun crawtators. Have you ever heard these?
Crawtators, yeah.
Crawtators. And then we've got the mesquite barbecue. Okay. So yeah, if you're kind of looking for adventure, but then you want to keep it a little mild, it hits you.
I gotta say, these are, sometimes you get a chip that's extra crunchy like this and doesn't have a lot of flavor. It's mainly focusing on the crunch. These are so crunchy and so flavorful too. Okay,
yeah.
we're gonna go a little sweet now, guys, a little exotic. We are heading to South Korea, home of the honey butter chip.
Ooh, bring that over
This is
here.
a combo of honey, obviously, butter, obviously, and vinegar. It is such an interest, it like really excites the palate. It has so much going on.
Okay.
Oh.
I didn't think I would like honey with a potato chip, but it's kind of nice.
Take another one of those.
Also, butter on a potato chip, you're like, well, it's already fried.
But butter and potatoes are like a match made in heaven, so.
Okay.
Kind of nice, right?
It's really
Put
nice.
those in my purse for later. Thank you. All right.
More research required.
Yep.
It's nice.
Okay, so now we're going from South Korea to China, and we've got spicy crayfish potato chips. They're a combo of lemon, shrimp, sriracha, and sushi. Let's try it.
Okay. This sounds really interesting.
I like them.
In first bite, I get like dried shrimp feel, but then it's not that. And I close my eyes. Maybe I could get crunchy sushi. Okay.
Yeah, like a shrimp tempura roll.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what it is. Shrimp tempura
It is,
sushi
but
roll.
it's got that delicious savoriness that are sort of addictive.
Can I tell you, all dressed is my winner. That chip is a Hall of Famer right there. So good.
Really are.
So many
I'm so proud. Thank you.
Canada brings it home every time. All right, so when we come back, find out how you can get all of these recipes from today's show sent right to your little phone.
Yeah, bring that bowl.
Just take the bag. Yeah, just take the bag.
Welcome back to The Good Dish. From the most flavorful chips to chili and jerk chicken, we brought you different levels of spice all hour, and we are still feeling it, i.e. Jamaica. We've all been judges, by the way, on cooking shows for many years. Have there ever been anything that you've eaten on a show that has totally overwhelmed you, like heat or otherwise?
Oh, it wasn't heat, but it was a show I was doing out in Canada, actually, and the challenge was they had to use bugs. The contestants had to cook with bugs. So it was like cricket flour, ant flour. They had scorpions.
Ant flour?
Yes, yes. And
Protein rich.
Yes.
that's not what I was saying when they were like, "Oh, you're gonna give me a muffin with a cricket in it?" And the thing was, I was pregnant too, and
Oh,
I didn't
no.
tell anybody. I was trying to hide it and hold it together. I was like, "Oh my God, I'm feeding my baby ants. Forgive me, baby. Forgive me."
That is terrible.
Yes. So I ate it. Once I was like, "Please don't put the scorpion in there. I cannot." So yes, no one chose the scorpion, but yeah, cricket flour and ant flour. Yeah, baby had it all. So
Oh
yeah.
my gosh.
The
And
things that we do for work,
Live
right?
to tell the tale. I love it. All right,
That is
guys.
amazing.
No wonder she's so sassy now.
Is that what it is?
It was the ant flour.
cricket flour.
Cricket, yeah, exactly. Cricket ants. All right, guys, it is time for the good list. If you see that QR code up on your screen, go ahead and open your camera app. Hold your phone up to the screen and it will magically pull together all the recipes, tips, and tricks from today's show. You can also head to gooddishtv.com to get it all on the good list today. Let's review, shall we? The answer to the question, what's for dinner? First up, how about some beef and bean chili? So delicious. And I'm just gonna put it out there, I do love Texas chili too. Everybody, just so we know, just so we're clear.
Disclaimer.
But the second course, or maybe the starter course, or maybe everything all together, has to be Jamaica's jerk chicken wings. Oh my gosh, they were so freaking delicious. And wash it down with Gail's pineapple slushy. That was, this whole day, I was like, this is exactly how I need to eat all the time, except for the spicy thing with the milk and the cheese. Everything you need to recreate what you saw on today's show is always on the good list.
Of course, and we suggest you do all these recipes, but probably don't eat them all in the same day like we did. That was crazy. All right, we will see you next time for some more good food and good dish. Good Lord.